Okay, well, my next guest is a former director of the New York Stock Exchange, plus a co-founder of Home Depot and founder of Invemed Associates. He's Ken Langone. And Ken, it's been a while since you've been back, so it's good to have you back here on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so before we get started talking about, all these other issues, Wall Street pay and regulation, all these other things, Dow below 10,000, S&P the biggest loss since October. What's going on here? What do you think?
Correction. Maybe. It's the market will do what it wants to do. I happen to think that what we're seeing these last 9 or 10 months is an enormous amount of liquidity looking for a return. And so with interest rates where they are, I think this is driving a lot of that liquidity into the equity markets.
In the equity markets. But given that, risk aversion, though, appears to be coming back. Look at what's going on in Europe.
Well, I think that's unique. I don't think risk aversion is coming back at all. I see a much higher level of a willingness to take risk than I've seen in probably 2 years.
How so?
Well, look at the equity markets. Look at small stocks. If you look at the real performance in the equity markets, it's been more the secondary names than the primary names. So I think that reflects the willingness of the investor to take on greater risk.
And that includes you?
To some degree, yeah.
Because you said before you see opportunities.
Oh, I see. We've just made 2 private investments in the last month. That's as much as we did.
How many? How many investments?
2.
Okay.
In 2 private companies. In the last month and a half, that's as much as we did in the last 18 months. So there's opportunity. We believe opportunities. There's also risk. But I think the important thing is that you're getting some regularity back, and that's healthy. But that doesn't change the long-term risk. Okay, don't relate the market to the economy.
And the long-term risk being the budget deficit.
Look, over the long term, I'm very excited about America. I think America's still the best place to be. That said, we've got some work to do. We've got some pain to take. We've got some discipline that we need to invoke. If we don't do that, we're only putting off, to me, the period of time when we begin a real healthy recovery.
Right, and you were one of the donors, or the funders, I guess I could say, to this conservative think tank that is starting up. I think they're launching February 22nd, right? The American Action Network.
It's not a conservative think tank. It's anything but a conservative think tank. This is an organization where we're trying to appeal.
Well, but the founders, though, are right? Douglas Hope Aiken.
No, I don't think Norm Coleman is branded a conservative, ultra-conservative. I don't think Bernie Marcus is. I don't think Eric Cantor is. I think these are moderates in every sense of the word. And I think this is where the Republican Party, or both parties, have to get. We've got to get more to the center. This is where the American people want to be. They don't want radical change to the left or the right.
Right.
I think one of the things that thrills me about this organization is that we're not going to focus on the social issues. We're going to talk about jobs, the economy, defense, terrorism.
Well, what is it that you want for this think tank? What do you want them to propose? Or, what is the economic policy that you would like them?
Let me sound lofty for a moment. I'm a poor kid that's done very well. Okay? It worked. The system works. It doesn't work for everybody because they either don't work hard enough, they don't have the good luck that you need to. You need a balance. I am very concerned that what was able to drive me and people like me will not be around for future generations.
What exactly?
Opportunity. The opportunity that if you work hard and you got a good idea and you're diligent and you do the right things and you get your luck, you need luck, you can succeed. I'm very worried about this trend to government. Okay. Government only creates jobs that produce nothing.